Number one thing, you never ever want to point your gun because you never know.
Welcome to another job guide in Endwalker, this time featuring the machine gun of jobs, the Machinist. And before you ask, yes, I'm no Machinist main, but still I'll try my best to get out my top 5 essentials to become a decent Machinist or getting started, so let's hop into them. The first and most important topic, yes, being a logical resolution as a Final Fantasy XIV veteran or Machinist main since Shadowbringers, pumping out your big dig damage as soon as possible seems reasonable, right? And I can tell you, it really isn't that complicated. Drill ready, push it out. Air anchor ready, throw it into areas of your enemies where light doesn't shine that bright.
Just pick that up and put that inside.
Oh, and chainsaw, which your character is obviously throwing towards its enemy in a spectacular manner, get it out and rent some machine gunnery flash with it.
No, that's a lot of damage!
I really don't know what a chainsaw has to do with guns or the like, but it's cool, so never mind. Oh, reassemble you say? Yeah, if that is ready, make sure to never combine it with anything else than these 3 attacks, except for AoE situations, which is highly recommended to already use before pulling, around 4 seconds on the tank's countdown. And if the tank doesn't use such a countdown, maybe ask Yoshi-P how you can use the chainsaw to cut your pally tank a second hallowed ground.
Break, baby! Yeah!
You get it? No? Sorry. Maybe use it on gunbreakers for cutting a second super poo slide.
Yow!
Still not good? Ah, damn it. Then take the living shred and just leave me alone, please.
Got him!
Second point. If you understood the first one, you are already a great Machinist player. No joke, the skill floor of Machinist right now is so low that it barely demands anything more than keeping your Giga drill breaker attacks on cooldown and combine them with reassembled properly. Okay, maybe the stupid Wildfire plus Heat Blast combo, that is still a drill in the ass. Okay, I will stop this right now, sorry. However, being a German blessed with good ping, I really love having a reduced global cooldown on my hypercharge phase with each heat blast I fire. But I heard from many other players suffering from ping or lag issues because of the requirement to weave in your ricochet and gauss round here. So basically after each heat blast, our goal is to use that OGCD of the 2, just one, of those mentioned, which has more stacks available to perform a solid resource management, while also trying to line up this phase with cooldowns that Machinist unfortunately doesn't have, so cooldowns of your mates that are much less selfish than you are. The most important thing nonetheless is to use Wildfire with your hypercharge phase together, because it is affected by the number of hits you're firing at your target, instead of the amount of damage dealt during its duration, like it was back in Heavensward or Stormblood. Rest in peace, 200 CPM opener. So, like I said, being no Machinist main, I cannot even tell you if you should use Wildfire directly after clicking Hypercharge or after the first Heat Blast. Maybe check out sources with actual info about openers for that. But the good thing, people who choose the Machinist don't care about the hardcore optimization, right? We're here for the sexy explosions. Yeah, not these explosions, I mean real explosions caused by black powder, TNT and other highly explosive material. Which leads us to the tip number 3. Deny the existence of magic and fantasy. I don't know about all those bunny boy mages and knights with magical healing powers. It's all fake and doesn't exist in the Machinist world. Yeah, I have to admit, this movement does indeed look like my character needs to visit an orthopedist. But you're right, that's just forensic knowledge, and healing is caused by science.
Well, not exactly. We usually don't perform physicals, but like I said, only for preferred patients. Now, I'm gonna need to test your flexibility.
However, what's the most important thing here, we don't bring with any form of support, other than movability for ourselves, facilitated by persistent training and engagement on the battlefield. combined with accuracy to hit our targets with efficiency and supremacy. I mean, Machinist is indeed a really good team player. Tactician is one of the best team support abilities this game has to offer, so make sure to use it whenever your party is in danger of raid-wide attacks or big waves of incoming damage. Tip number 4. Ghost in the Shell. Yes, watch the movie, if you haven't done already. Not the Hollywood thing, but the original anime movie from 1995. But the Hollywood one wasn't too bad either, but still watch the original. That's no joke, stop the video and do it!
2 hours later.
However, as the Machinist also has a cyborg or mech or yeah, whatever it is, since level 80, make sure to use it whenever possible, but try to align it with cooldown windows of your party, as you don't have cooldowns yourself. In Shadowbringers, a good indicator was to line it up with reassemble, but as we have 2 stacks of that attack now, it is really hard to stick with that rule. Maybe just use it on every 3rd drill you're using? Yeah, that's a horrible rule of thumb, right? But at least we're getting a 60 and 120 second timing. Lining up with most buffs by doing so, that also counts in the new ways of how fast you're receiving battery gauge to summon your queen. Yeah, maybe you could also use it every 1.5 air anchors. Or just every time 1 minute of your 12-minute pizza timer has run off. Just use it every minute and you should be fine, or at least have it ready once Wildfire comes back off cooldown again. Okay, last but not least, and actually the most important tip. Yeah, keep it going. Louder. Louder. Oh, okay, that's enough. Yes, this song will increase your DPS by at least 15%, and above that, you are indeed allowed to use remixes. But Nobuo's original, The Man with the Machine Gun, found on the Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack, is the best so far, and will offer the biggest DPS advantage. So whenever you're tackling battle content, make sure that this killer track is running on your playlist, or you're really falling behind the competition, which is my biggest bet why Machinist players are falling behind on FF logs, compared to the competition of course. I mean, if you put 15% on top of the median performance, they would easily destroy the average melee job here. So keep that track rolling and become a much better Machinist player than the competition, that does really seem to play without that track running. Of course, as there are little to no changes to the overall battle system of the Machinist in Endwalker, you can easily check out my Machinist for Beginners guide if you want a more serious explanation. However, I hope you still liked the video and let me know what job should be covered next in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe, stay peaceful, and keep loving Final Fantasy.